Hi, Kutha here. And this is the subscriber pick topic video for White Wolf Heathen. And in it, he asked me to give my opinions and thoughts about Asatru. Now, just in case a lot of people are wondering if you're watching this, Asatru is basically a type of Germanic neopaganism. It's actually, like I said, there's a wide spectrum of beliefs on it. Asatru happens to be one of them. From what it says here on the Wikipedia page, Asatru in Old Norse is an Old Norse compound derived from As, which refers to the Aesir, one of the two families of gods in Norse mythology, the other being the Vanir, and true, literally troth or faith. Thus, Asatru's is the Aesir's faith. The, the term in Old Norse / Icelandic translation of Asatru, a neologism coined in the context of 19th century Romantic nationalism used by Edvard Grieg in his 1870 opera Olaf Tigerfrisson. Sorry, my Icelandic is a little off. Asatru, sometimes used as a plural in English, is properly the genitive of Asatru. All right. Now, from what I understand of it, having talked with White Wolf Heathen and things that I've read about it, that um, it basically goes back and is a revival of the worship of various Nordic gods. You know, Odin, Thor, Sif, Balder, and other things that fall into that particular category in terms of the religion. And also, from my understand, like I said, from what White Wolf Heathen has told me, that shamanism is not unheard of in it, which is a communing with the spirits of nature, giving uh, credit to, like, like things like if you're going along and you run into, like, while you're walking, you find a large rock on the path, you could actually talk to that rock via shamanism, in hopes of gaining, like, the rock's strength or its endurance or its patience. And that's actually, I find that really interesting. Um, I myself, like I said, pretty much, I've always considered myself having, like, the spirituality of a rock, i.e., meaning that, my spirituality is very, very low. And something like Asatru is definitely very interesting to read about, because I've always found various religions always very interesting to read about. It's interesting to find out what their worldview is, how they view things, how how they, through the following of their religion and their beliefs, move through the world. It's uh, it's definitely, like I said, from what I've seen and read about it, definitely something that I would like to look into a little bit more. I mean, granted that, I would have to, I would probably have to study at least for the next good 2 months to truly get a full understanding of how Asatru, uh, and the people that practice and follow it, really see the world. Mainly because of the fact that, like, so a lot of religions, like me being an agnostic, there are a lot of times where I'm just like, I'm not willing to say that this doesn't really happen, but I would like to see some proof. You know, and but that's just me. That's my worldview. But it's definitely interesting reading about the practices of Asatru. And it's definitely, from my opinion, it's far, far more favorable than the major religions practice in America right now. You know, because unless, unless of course you're getting into some of the really, really negative aspects of Germanic neopaganism, and so um, there's a lot of really interesting beliefs in there that definitely warrant taking a further look at and a little bit more examination. Um, I mean, to be able, you know, especially when you start combining shamanism with it and those beliefs, to be able to, look to nature instead of looking to a man-written book. Yeah, I'd probably do that more. Just because that, the well, let's face it, we see nature. Okay, we don't see the things that happen in the Bible supposedly. And so if I can walk outside and sit under a tree and know for certain that that's a tree I'm leaning against. That's a tree I'm sitting under on a warm day. And I can't walk to some area and say, well, did Noah's flood really happen here? Like I said, I definitely have a lot more uh, stock in Asatru and the shamanism associated with it than I do, the modern religions in America today. Especially speaking of the fact that, it's generally accepted that in Asatru, the various gods of the Norse pantheon. And so they all generally agree that, Thor is Thor, Odin is Odin, Balder is Balder. Unlike, in America with Christianity and Catholicism, the 38,000 plus deviations on um, one religion based off of two books rewritten time and time again for the past 2,000 years. Yeah. I'll sit there and I'll talk with the guy who follows the Asatru and practices shamanism over the very unfounded and unsubstantiated wordings of Jehovah. So, but in terms of my thoughts on it, um, it definitely has a lot more credibility to me than some of the other religions that are around. It takes a more practical approach than there's a guy upstairs and he says you should do this or otherwise you're going to really, really have a sucky time after you die. Um, you know, there's a lot more credibility to it in my opinion, and there's a lot more I feel that I can get behind. Now, I'm not saying that I'm also going to go and start practicing shamanism and start following a Asatru myself, but if it came down to my choice, I would definitely have to say I would, I'll talk to the shaman who follows the Asatru than I will the Christian father. So, anyhow, that's the subscriber pick topic video. Um, I hope that you guys enjoyed it, especially you, White Wolf Heathen, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.